Hey guys, it's Matthew Cobb with Colorado State Services. I have Marnie with All About Seniors here today to tell us a little bit about the Family Choice Act, her role in getting it passed and into law, and then also about COPRA, which is an organization of senior placement here in Colorado. Marnie, can you tell me a little bit about your role in the act that you had passed?
Absolutely, Matt. And I'm very passionate about this. So I started All About Seniors 17 years ago. 7 years ago, we started Colorado Placement Referral Alliance, which is COPRA. And our goal was to bring best practices and code of ethics to placement. And in doing that and forming the alliance, the association, we have been able to have a government affair committee. I was the chair of the committee for 5 years. We have a lobbyist that helped us, Corky Kyle, with the Kyle Group, walked us through the process of how to get this Family Choice Act passed.
That's so awesome. I mean, you guys at All About Seniors, the company that you created, are so entwined in the community here in Denver in helping your clients. Tell us how that act really affects the consumer and how it helps them.
Yes. So, what it does is it gives families, seniors and their families, the choice in who represents them. So, prior to 2019, there were no laws in place for placement agencies. In 2019, the first piece of the law was passed saying all placement agencies, either in person or online, have to have a disclosure agreement signed stating that while they're a free service, they have the opportunity to be paid by the communities, the buildings. And then in 2020, which is where I had the privilege with the association of getting a cancellation passed, the second piece to the bill, which gives families the right and who represents them. If families get involved online and they didn't mean to or they didn't understand, they can now cancel. Prior to 2020, if they canceled, some of the online agencies still had their name and said that they owned their name. Well, once we had the opportunity to go before the House and the Senate in 2020 and educate them on what that meant, that they put a stop to that and helped us to pass the Family Choice Act. So any agency, whether online or in person, can be canceled on if the family is unhappy or doesn't want them to represent them anymore. They have that right.
So the consumer now has choices. I mean, it sounds like in the past, if they filled out an online form, many times with a big national chain that doesn't have local in-person support, they were tied to that company throughout their whole senior placement journey. Now they have choices where they can kind of move around and find a better fit for them, their loved one, and their families. Is that accurate?
That is 100% accurate. Yes, this gives them the right and who represents them. And if they are not happy with the agency they're working with, they can find a new agency that can help them by canceling.
That sounds like an amazing legislation that really helps the consumer. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe if you like this video.